In the year 1620, a group of folk known as the Puritans sailed from here on a ship called the Mayweather, seeking religious freedom. Their voyage was a complicated one, lasting 12 weeks across high seas before finally arriving in Massachusetts to a difficult winter where over half of the folk that arrived perished. Fast forward a few hundred years to the year 1912, and a little known ship known as the Titanic also sailed from here. Well, we all know what happened with that, don't we? Approximately 80% of those on board that perished in those icy waters were from this city, Southampton. Today we're embarking on a slightly less complicated voyage using our 2 feet, although there will be a couple of ferry crossings. I don't think there'll be any high winds or icebergs. We're heading over to the city of Portsmouth. Well, we're at Ocean Village in Southampton. It's Saturday morning in August and it's really quiet. There's the posh hotel. We've got a Lambo here, a Bentley here. Alright, pleased to say we're on the England coast path, even if someone stuck with your sticker on upside down. Just outside of Ocean Village, where we saw that swanky hotel, the plush apartments, the yachts, and look at this for contrast. These horrible 60s apartments, derelict building, consulate house, grand name, not a grand building. Right, I'm not usually one to film rubbish, well that's debatable, but what has happened to our society? Look at this, Love Island, WKD. So we're now crossing the Itchen Bridge. I'm really grateful it's here because without it, we'd have had to walk all the way around to get to this side of the river. As far as I can see, this is the only bridge to get us over to the other side, out of the city of Southampton, which is this sprawl here. This is a toll bridge, so if you're coming over here as a motorist, it will cost you. As a pedestrian, of course, it's free. Just over here is the St Mary's area of Southampton, with the St Mary's Stadium, home of Southampton Football Club over there. And you may have heard of a rivalry between Southampton and Portsmouth football clubs known as the South Coast Derby. Southampton has always traditionally been a commercial port, and Portsmouth has been a military port, which meant more money was coming into Southampton. It's generally a nicer town, more affluent, a bit more posh. You wouldn't necessarily think it to look at it today. And so naturally, being local to each other, when the two teams met on a football field, a rivalry was formed. This was exacerbated in the 1950s when Portsmouth dockers were on strike, and it was said the dockers from Southampton crossed the picket line. People from Portsmouth know people from Southampton now as scummers. The feeling from the folk in Southampton towards the people in Portsmouth is reciprocated. So we're in Woolston now, the other side of the River Itchen, and this is the scene. Absolute megaliths of the sea. So we just head east now along the Solent Way and English coast path. Should be fairly straightforward.
Come on, get up there.
So although we're getting a bit more rural now, there is still a lot of concrete in the tower blocks, and most strangely in the bandstands here. Not particularly attractive. So It's got a kind of brutalist, communist kind of vibe. These big concrete apartment blocks, the ominous clouds, heavy industry. So the England coast path continues along here, but we're heading inland a little bit. There's a little place I want to show you. So here at Netley Abbey, it's a Saturday afternoon, school holidays. We've got the place to ourselves. Right, so we're in the village of Netley now. Only has a small waterfront area, so we've got to head along the main road here. It's not particularly busy, it's only a small village or town. And you can see there's a sign, England Coast Path, this away. Well, it didn't take too long to get out of Netley. Back on the waterfront for a short time. Over there, the Red Funnel ferry for the Isle of Wight. And we are heading up this way to the Royal Victoria Country Park. Ah, splendid. Couldn't be much more English than this, could it? Got a game of cricket in the middle. Little gazebo. Sure to having crumpets and tea. He should have caught that. Alright, the coast path takes us along the beach, along the dreaded shingle, and the tide is very high. This is technically still the River Itchen, so I wouldn't have thought the tide had come up high enough to engulf us. I certainly hope not. Let's have a little look in the bunker. Let's see if we can get in. No entrance there. Must be round the front. Yep. Oh. Okay. Perhaps not. Prohibited anchorage. Whoa. So Southampton is one of the biggest port cities in the UK, so kind of expected all this industrial landscape. However, it doesn't last too long. We've just got a couple more miles. Around the corner, we're in the lovely village of Hamble-Le-Rice. There's signs everywhere saying no fires on the beach, no fires on the beach. Now, why you'd want a fire on this beach, I don't know, but obviously this is gas here as well, so you'd have to be pretty crazy to want a fire on this beach. There's a bloody big gas pipe there. Right, when it opens up, That'll be that pink ferry, can't miss it. That'll be the one we want to go to the other side, to Warsash. Thank you. Ian Cook, whoever you are, some harsh words for you, you spineless sissy. Well, this must be the most responsibly graffitied bunker I've ever seen in my life. Look at this. Take rubbish home. Brilliant, well done. Nobody's listening, but well done anyway. Oh, it's not even a bunker. Well, it's a shell of a bunker. Right, we leave behind the River Hamble now and we spin round to Southampton over there. Heading this way, in the distance is the Isle of Wight, but we're heading along the Solent and around the corner, along the shingle. Well, if it looked post-apocalyptic across the water there, it looks like Judgment Day has arrived here. I don't know what's happened obviously, but it's pretty severe. It's spread all the way over there. What a shame. So in terms of orienteering now folks, it's a very easy walk right the way along the coast. In terms of terrain, I hope it's not shingle all the way. It's more like it. Love a good cliff. Chilling. We're just chilling in the chilling coastal area on the England coast path. So we've just had to take a big detour due to this caravan park here, Solent breezes. That seems to be a theme recently. Detours due to caravan parks. Random trick point there in the wheat field. Somebody's climbed through the vegetation to get to it. I don't think I'll be doing that today. Well, good news all around folks. The sun is shining, the weather is sweet, yeah. The terrain is nice. We've got the sea on one side here. Ah, this is great. Not much to say, it's just brilliant cliff top walking. So what do you reckon guys, are these, would you call these shacks or would you call them chalets? Some places have got shack written on them, others have got chalets. What do you think? Love shack, baby, love shack. I'm going shack personally. Shack, chalet or Shangri-La? It's getting silly now, guys. I don't think there's much of a footpath anymore. I don't know what awaits us around the corner. Yeah. Only one way to find out. Well, it's doable, it's just involves a bit of climbing, that's all. Right, let's play a game here. We're going to play a game called Beat the High Tide and Don't Get Wet Feet in the process. Right, after this bit comes in, we're going to make a dash for it. Right, no, not this one. Yeah, this one. Let's go, 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 go. That was actually really easy. Made that look really dramatic. Well, I like Lee-on-the-Solent already. Nice grassy bank to walk on. Lovely. Well, just as I thought, things are quieting down. Look at this. Everything's going on here. Active adders. Look, a dog got bit on Friday morning, the 11th of August. That's just last week on these grounds. This is a military training area. When the red flags are flying, you can't move here. Look, no movement when the red flag is flying. Danger, do not touch suspicious objects. And up here, we've got a moderate risk of fire. Do not light fires. It's all going on. We have, of course, already seen the destruction that fires can cause further back towards Hamble, I believe it was. All right, more shingle walking. Here we go. It never ceases to amaze me how desolate a beach becomes when it's not within 10 to 15 minutes walking distance of a car park. Absolutely DEAD. We've got a concrete mushroom. I couldn't tell you what that is. I'm sure somebody can in the comments, hopefully. We've got a watchtower here. Looks derelict. I'd love to go in and have a look, but we've got a fence in the way, unfortunately. Yep, that's definitely derelict. Right, we're just leaving the military area, and one of these signs, on part of these signs, stood out in particular. Naturist activity and loitering is strictly prohibited. So none of that getting naked stuff, guys, if you're going to come onto military land. Well, not come onto it, but you know what I mean. Let's get out of here. Another pointless gate. So if the gate's closed, you can't come in. But not being funny, if you don't want people coming in, you should probably extend your fence a little bit. Let's check this out, guys. We're just outside the diving museum, and here we have a compression chamber used during the Second World War to evaluate trainee frogmen. And look at that, imagine going down into the murky depths in that thing. Wow. And another one here, this one a later model, performed many experiments on deep submarine escape. God, can you imagine? danger listed building, keep out. And this is a diving bell. What does that do? That, I don't even know what that does. Divers live under pressure in the chambers and transfer into a diving bell to go to and from the work site. Wow. Jeez. Okay. Another bell. I'll have to look these up, see what these did. This one's under wraps. What is this? Another bell. A wet bell is a platform for lowering and lifting divers to and from the underwater workplace. Right, I see. So that bit's still bobbing over the surface, I guess. Wow, look at this. Huh. Atmospheric diving suit, Germany 1939. So this is the Nazi panda looking diving suit. Wow. Crazy. How are you meant to float in that? I don't get it. Wow, it was used in the successful recovery of silver and gold from the wreck of SS Egypt, which sank in 1922 in France. The value of the bullion was 35 million quid at today's value. Wow. And what do we have here? A swimmer delivery vehicle. A two-man human torpedo. Wow. Imagine that. Two of you strapped to that and get sent off. Wow. Battery allowed for 4 hours endurance at 3 knots. That's not quite torpedo speed, quite what I'd imagined it to be, but wow, I'm glad I don't have to ever use one of these pieces of equipment. So this is an old gun battery, which is now the diving museum, currently closed. I'll have to come back another day. That's fascinating. Onwards we go along the coast. And way off in the distance there, the P&O cruise liner that we saw this morning at Southampton has left port. I'll get a better view in a second. This guy's getting a good view, he's zooming in. I'll get a good view and zoom in as well, I think. There she goes, absolutely dwarfing the White Lake ferry there. Right, we're casting some long shadows now, guys. The sun is low in the sky there. And there ahead of us we have the skyline of Portsmouth City, resplendent, basking in the golden rays of the sun setting behind us. They've got these beautiful old buildings, presumably old military buildings, just derelict, unused, so much potential. And here we have a building that lives up to its potential, from the women of Canada. So it's a long walk currently to get out of Gosport, down this long road, walled in either side, military buildings. There was even a prison just a minute ago. I'm putting the afterburners on now because I want to get the ferry. Slime. There's a submarine museum just over there with a massive submarine there just in front of us. Pretty cool.
I said, what 1-6 on the beach? And he went, on the beach.
Alright, we're off to get the ferry. Got my ticket already. It's £4.80 one way. Actually, it's for a return ticket, but obviously I'm not returning. Saturday night, it's a bit lively. Well folks, that's going to be the end of the video. Time for me to love you and leave you with the sunset here.
Wish that I could stay, wish for this moment to never go away. But it's all in my mind, and though I know that there is nothing to find, you're a beautiful sight in the summer night, and you can't put up a fight in the misty light.